picking up the Razor. They also, like, Winstrike continue with this flexible opening. I feel right now they're the team that has ultimate last pick. They've got a Mars that can be in 2 lanes, a Razor that can be in 2 lanes, and these are offset where you could easily put Razor carry, Mars mid, still pick an off laner. You could put Mars off lane, Razor mid or carry, and still pick the alternate core. So I think Winstrike right now are very much in control, and especially this Razor pick. It's not like, okay, we have to pick Razor to keep it open. It's we pick Razor and we now counter troll. So I think right now Winstrike have a really nice, well-rounded draft with the flexibility to really utilize this last pick.
Yeah, absolutely. And aggressive mode looking for their 4th pick now. So I was just reading the chat. Someone said that aggressive mode already out of the tournament, but I can guarantee you they're not out of the tournament. They're doing all right.
Yeah, they got way too many games to play. Like,
yeah.
Let's put it that way. They somehow didn't play any of the first weeks or so.
Like, I can understand a glance value, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think there were qualifiers and stuff like that going on, and they kind of I think they joined late actually because another team jumped out.
Sure.
I can't remember though what actually happened there. The Winstrike team.
They got picked up by Modus Unity instantly. Like, Winstrike just jumped titling to a new team, right?
Yeah, but then Winstrike had a new team of kind of the old Winstrike team who lost their sponsor. Yeah. So that was
that's fine.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways,
it doesn't matter. They're in it. Whatever. Moving on.
Cool. Right, moving on.
Darkseer. Interesting. Right now, you look at this draft. I'm currently vibing. You got a lot of dudes that want to poke you, but don't really want to be, really in front of you. Like Batrider, he skirts around the edge of the fight. Troll, obviously he can run and be aggressive, but he very much relies on items. You see it so many times. He needs to get BKB. He needs to have a Maelstrom or Abyssal or something to enable him. And then you get to the point where his BKB is 5 seconds, and he pretty much becomes a creep because he can't actually stay in the fight. And he gets kited during his ultimate through halberds or any defensive spells. So I think right now, aggressive mode, they're kind of in a weird position where they're all on a single core lineup when the core that they're enabling is also hard countered by the Razor. So they really have to pick a mid lane, or even potentially, it would be a mid lane. They need a mid lane that can really set some tempo, or at least try and punish this Razor. You see, that's why Winstrike banning out the Quap. Very classic counter to the Razor. It's kind of like the default, but again, I feel if aggressive mode pick Quap, their draft would be completely based around laning phase tempo into, I hope this Razor doesn't get some type of farm because my troll's kind of useless. So I don't think Quap would even be picked in this position. But yeah, it's I think aggressive mode are in a really difficult position that they put themselves.
What about the Darkseer though? Does it help the Troll Warlord out at all with the surge to be able to get him away from that static link, or is it not enough?
It's cute. Like it's gonna help in certain scenarios, but the whole idea is then you're gonna have to surge your troll to then run out of the fight, to then run back into the especially if the Razor goes for the Yule's build, he's naturally gonna have move speed. It's not like Razor's a slow hero, right? He's already quite a fast boy, and then suddenly, I don't think it's gonna be, unless it's like a max range link that you can quickly just poke your head out and come back in. But no, overall, it's still gonna there's also so much control, right? You can get surge to Kingdom Come. It doesn't matter if you're stunned and thrown around in the air by a tiny or stuck in an arena.
Yeah, that's true. That BKB is going to be very important for the Troll Warlord as well. But also, there's another synergy here with the Surge, and that is a Batrider also. I love seeing a speedy Batrider come in and steal somebody. That's always fun.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Oh, they go for the Voice Bro. Okay,
5th pick Voice Bro. Wow.
This is fine. Okay, I'm down with this because the Voice Brick gives you a little bit more damage. It varies your damage type as well, and additionally, it's mobility, which I feel like when you can pick up a more mobile hero, it confuses the enemy in terms of, okay, if we want to kill this hero, we have to commit arena or we have to commit Avatos combo. And when you look at Winstrike, even though they have a nice amount of stun, they don't have a lot of stuns to kill multiple heroes. Like they have enough stuns to kill clunkier heroes. When you add a really mobile hero in there, you have to use your entire arsenal to kill them. So I like this pick. It makes the Troll a little bit more open to play the game. Still very much hard countered by the Razor, but the Void Spirit potentially can set some. Oh god! Oh,
Winstrike team. They're going to throw down the
God.
Arc Warden as their final pickup here. This is a bit of a curveball. Aggressive mode. Do they have the capabilities of dealing with its Arc Warden? How good of a game is it?
Well, okay, so my response to that Arc Warden initially was, all right, this is filthy, because obviously Troll can never push high ground. By the time that he gets to high ground, he shouldn't have a 10-second BKB. He should probably be on like 6 or 7, maybe even touching on 5 if the game's quite rough. But then the flip side is, how do you answer the Arc Warden? And I think right now, your soft counters would be this position 4 Batrider. If he has a good game and gets maybe an early blink, he can always try and connect onto this Arc Warden. The issue is, there's Avenge in the game. So, not really a counter, a soft counter, based on positioning. The second one is then the Void Spirit. If he has a good start to the game, goes for that crit, maybe even a Deso Solo Crest build like the old Thompson, then he can pretty much locate the Arc Warden by himself and just jump on him, always get onto the backline because of his mobility. So if the Void Spirit can scale high enough and quick enough, the Arc Warden doesn't really buy enough items to become tanky. He wants to go for the new age build is kind of like Treads, Mjolnir, maybe BKB. Then they try and go tanky after that, which is then going to be maybe the Hurricane Pike potentially.
Yep.
But I still feel if this Void Spirit has a good game, then you do have a potential answer, but it's based around how does Winstrike position around the Arc Warden? Is there going to be Avenge always protecting him? Because if one hero hugs the Arc Warden, I don't think it's going to be that easy for Aggressive Mode to truly collapse onto this Arc Warden.
Yeah, and it's not just the Void Spirit as well. You know, we talked about it a little bit earlier before, but this Surged Batrider does stand a really good chance on being able to get on top of this Arc Warden in the backlines and possibly bring him down, or, you know, even bringing down the clone with a lasso is not an entire waste, if you ask me, because you're taking down, you know, like 50% of the hero's effectiveness in the fight. So I feel like it's something else for them to worry about, and I don't super hate it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway from this tournament though is Winstrike. I think just the fact that as Modus Unity, they were always present within CIS, but they never really stood out as a team. But in this tournament, they've kind of shown that they're actually a pretty decent team for the CIS region, and I think they're sitting pretty comfortably with a positive win rate, unlike most teams in this tournament. And yeah, I think they're the biggest pleasant surprise from this tournament.
Absolutely. All right. You know, we're new age now. I've realized I've got poll access on the stream, so I'm going to be abusing that today, and we'll find out who chat thinks has the better draft in just a minute. Of course, yeah, there's a bit of delay, so I got to wait for you guys. But yeah, tell us what you think. Well, if you're somehow listening to us a minute ago, 5 minutes ago, then tell us what you think then. Too late now, though. The poll's closed.
Yep.
Anyway.
Oh, already gone.
What's Sunlight up to? He's being chased by Young G and kicked.
So a really classic move when you're a melee against a range hero on mid is they move to this area here, if you want to quickly look at the mid lane real quick, and they eat these 3 trees, and they drag the creep wave safely, which means that you can try and get some type of tempo on your side. Unfortunately, he only got 1 creep due to the Venge being there and predicting it, so it doesn't really work out this time.
Yeah, not quite the greatest start to the lane for Sunlight here, as he's also lost a bit of its damage as well, so all things not looking super great, but, you know, it's not the best matchup in the world, so hopefully Sunlight's going to keep in control, keep his calm, and just kind of get back into this one. I mean, it does get easier when he gets Dissimulate as well. I do think the static link keeps going through Dissimulate, though. It's not going to stop it.
No, he's going to slap him up a new one. Like, for example, if you have a Razor versus Necro, if the Necro uses Ghost Shroud, it just, you know, pummels him straight through that Ghost Shroud. He has no chance. So yeah, same again here. Sorry, I have memories of a Necro versus Razor matchup.
Yeah, me too, but we won't talk about that one. Meanwhile, DK Fergus forced out the salve up on top as there's a bit of shenanigans going down, as it seems like Spartan has followed TSA as he's made this pull and is now farming behind the tower. So this is going to leave DK Fergus and Thug in a bit of a 1v1, but Thug's happy enough with this for now.
Yeah, like, Troll is such a solid laner. When you think of Troll as a hero, it's you want to just pair in a lane where it can just do well. You're going to sit it there. It's got the Whirling Axe spam against melee offlaners. You're not really going to feel that pressure. And especially when you put it with a pretty defensive support in terms of Rubik. He's got that Fade Bolt to mitigate damage, and also obviously the lift. It's pretty chill. It's kind of whatever, but yeah, Troll's such an easy carry to put into a lane. Oh, Fogos getting the ball as well.
What? Dark Warden?
What are you looking at bot? Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. Chicken Rao just kind of started TPing back to base
God.
when Velhor was on top of him. I don't know what that was about. Got to play very carefully now. I mean, he did have 4 stacks sticky napalm on him, so I guess it was just kind of like, you know, Velhor did stick around, but yeah, he's a level 2 bad. I don't know how much threat he was actually offering there, but whatever. Moving on. Skylark is also going to be hitting down this wave and just kind of forcing Arc Warden to hit last hit on the tower, but we have First Blood in the middle lane as they get the kill onto Sunlight.
Tiny
yeah.
Yes.
They find it.
You thought the toss change would have maybe prevented ticket sales of Tiny Airlines, but no. It still exists. It's so obnoxious, but I think looking at this bot lane is probably the most important lane, is the fact that you have an Arc Warden having to play underneath tower. This hero naturally doesn't like CSing underneath tower. You have the combination, as you see here, Batrider, he never right-clicks the Arc Warden here.
It's okay, really Velhor, he's really just tanking so much damage, and Skylark as well. I mean, with the TP in from Tiny, it's just an easy 2-hero pick-off. I don't know what that was. The Batrider did not have enough health to go for that kill, but they commit hard and die harder.
This is not what we want to see. Like, I was literally about to say, this is really good from them because they had the Darkseid was skipping the wave, Batrider's pressuring, but never really committing, you know? Like, it was always just like, you got no turn rate, you're underneath tower, you're missing CS. And then he just kind of like Rambo's under the tower and dies. I'm like, oh, well, luckily I didn't really get to the conclusion of my point, otherwise I'd look like an idiot, but... Oh, God damn it.
I don't think you look like idiots. I think that's two
true.
other people,
we both
maybe.
together, no, but if we even it out, you know, like them, me, us together, cast a curse, whatever.
Yeah.
We can all look average. That's what we aspire to do in life, right? Be average.
Sure. Not very high expectations of yourself there.
Well, that's what happens when you come top 18 at TI. You get pretty sad.
Young G able to take a bit more...
again! Nobody!
Oh dear, he's still having tiny problems. He's trying to get himself the knight here, I think, but it's just not gonna happen.
This was not tiny problems, good sir. He walked in next to the ancient prowlers, someone aggroed them, he got aggroed by his Firefly, and then they stomped him and he went to like half HP.
Oh.
He pretty much killed himself.
Oh no. Velhor's having some problems. He's having issues here, and now he's going to wait for his TP as well, so just sitting in the base, sitting in his own shame. Jesus. Meanwhile, Sunlight, he's had his damage drained here. TSA's on the stalk as well, as they're trying to do some bottle switching, but it just gives them the easy time to get off the right clicks. Oh man, that was not smooth at all. And I don't even think they got the bottle refilled, did they?
They did get the bottle refill, they did spam a couple charges out, but it was the fact that it wasn't smooth, let's put it that way.
Alright, they got another chance though. Yeah, the Void Spirit's coming back in. Thankfully he died so he can refill his bottle. Let's see. Okay. Oh no. Oh.
No, that's the... Oh, wait, what?
That's
nice.
good.
This is... Yeah,
okay.
this is what we want. Yeah. But the issue... Like, the main point we have to make here is it's a tiny venge. Think about, like, when you first start playing Dota, right? What do you want to tell these new players to play? Stuns. This support duo, it's a classic. You run around, stun people. TSA, though, stunning them on the spot. Not what you wanted to see. You wanted to see him maybe toss to the venge, play around the spirit, but it's so easy right now for Winstrike to move from lane to lane because they have
Chikirao. And they're struggling to get him straight off the bat. The stun's coming out onto Velhor here, slowing him down. He's been surged up, but he's taken a ton of damage from the tower. Meanwhile, Chikirao's still absolutely fine. Velhor will drop, as will Skylark, as will Spartan. Aggressive mode. I think they need to turn it down a few notches, because they are just throwing their bodies under the tower. And I don't know, they're kind of like lemmings jumping off a cliff again and again and again. And Chikirao's kind of just like, huh, interesting.
Do you know why these lemmings are jumping off the cliff? Because they don't have stuns to, like, stop them, you know? Like, Batrider, he jumps on top of the Arc Warden, that's fine. You got 4 stacks of Napalm, your Firefly, cool. But you only have a soft stun, which is telekinesis. You don't have anything else to keep that Arc Warden in position. Once he gets out of that fire, he starts spamming out his Spark Rays, he's perfectly fine. And what's Darkseid doing? He's just kind of like, ooh, I've got an Iron Shell, ooh, look at me. Like, whatever, man, you're a creep at this point of the game. Like, yeah, these dives are a little bit wild coming out from aggressive mode.
Yeah, I mean, he searched the Batrider, and then the Batrider's just like, oh, cool, but unfortunately I've still taken like 5 hits from the tower, so I'm just going to die as well. I don't know. This feels super rough. It's 8-0 currently for Winstrike. I mean, this is bad, TeaGuvnor.
It is, but I think the best takeaway that we can put on this, just so we're not like kind of looking at the scoreboard too heavily, is the troll is having complete free farm top. As Spartan potentially goes down again top, Sunlight
Yeah, Sunlight's coming in though. He's getting a decent amount of damage off, but Spartan has been lost, and Sunlight all by himself going 1 versus 3. Velhor is coming over. He's going to be a while. He's really trying hard to bring down Chicky Rao, but he won't be able to do it. No. Chicky Rao surviving again. Velhor, no, they can't. They don't have enough, and it's a triple kill. They can't kill the Arc Warden again and again. So they try and try and try, but it's just head into brick wall, and that brick wall's name is Arc Warden. Oh,
do you know when you like queue up for a game and you get put in a game which is like 1 KMR higher than you, and you're like, oh god, no, what's this game? Why am I here? It feels like that. They keep running at this Arc Warden. He's just too godly. Yeah, Phogos is dead. Happens, man. Offlaner.
Yeah, they get their first kill of the game. Woo! Aggressive mode.
Let's go!
Way.
No, but yeah, like the point I was making beforehand was all this aggression. It's the net worth is pretty much even. It's only barely a 1k for Winstrike, so it's not like they're taking over the game. And that's because this Troll has been able to 1v1 a Mars top. Troll v melee heroes is good for Troll. I think right now they're trying to make as much moves happen in the bottom lane so that they can get this Troll to a point where they can try and play off a 15-20 minute timing and just plow down this Arc Warden, try and get him out of the game. But again, the flip side is you have given the Arc Warden 4 kills and 4 assists, so you're probably feeding him too much, you know?
A little bit, but still, you know, the Troll is the biggest hero, and once again, trying to go on to Chicky Rao. Okay, this time they should have him. There's a lot of heroes here. They throw down the wall as well, and Chicky Rao, the man is dead. But Winstrike, they're looking for revenge right now, and they're going to go on to this Void Spirit. There's a stun coming his way, but he's going to throw out the Remnant and just playing safely, and they might not be done here aggressive mode. They're still playing around, you know, just playing on the sidelines, looking to try something. Yeah, they might be looking for something else here. Meanwhile, TSA, though, he's coming in around the back, and he's positioned excellently, but the telekinesis are going to stop him doing his job for now. Meanwhile, this Void Spirit's getting all its damage taken. Will get the kill before he goes down, but go down he shall. Kicked as well. Going to follow him to the grave. 2 deaths on the side of Winstrike, and only 1 on the side of aggressive mode. So, pretty good trade from aggressive mode now, as they do manage to finally find something which goes their way down at the bottom lane. All it took was 9 minutes and a 4-man rotation, but they do kill Chicky Rao.
Multiple deaths.
Yeah.
And if we look at top again, look at Big Man Thug. Clicking away, living life, loving life. But even though, okay, so these fights have been pretty kind of sloppy, right? But if you look at the details of the fight, look at how this Arc Warden, as soon as he jumps on, no, sorry, not the Arc Warden, the Void Spirit, as soon as he jumps onto the Arc Warden, see how much damage he actually does? Obviously pair that with an early game Batrider, like they do have the answers to deal with him. It's just simply the positions in which they're currently taking the fights are at a disadvantage due to Winstrike bringing in the numbers via TPs.
Yeah.
And look, all the boys are coming down bottom. Trolls
here we go.
Well. Like they need to take this tower to open up the map. If they can open up this jungle area and try and sweep through it, they can then really force the Arc Warden and Razor to farm the same area.
TSA, he's finding himself surrounded by heroes once again, and this time with Thug coming over as well. He's got this Javelin early on for the extra damage, and Skylark with the Iron Shell will burn him away, and they do bring down Alone a Tiny. 4 heroes for a Tiny, not bad, but they're going to get the tower as well, so pretty decent trade all around for aggressive mode. They're making the right movement so far, it seems.
Yeah, playing around the catapult, putting the Troll bottom, getting that free tower. Of course, they're going to most likely be trading. Don't think the Batrider solo top can do anything to stop this push, but if they bring numbers top, they can potentially take bot tower and stop and fight top. Like aggressive mode, all they've been doing is running at them, so I wouldn't be surprised if they try and defend this tower. Oh, here it is. Here's the defense.
Yep, they're going for this right now, and they've got the lasso to throw out onto the Arc Warden. Arc Warden, he's being beaten down thick and fast, and he is dead, and they might be able to get his Remnant as well. His clone gets dropped. Velhor gets very low in the process, but that's going to be an extra gold amount coming through. What is it at level 1? I can't remember. The bounty of the clone, do you know?
180 gold.
180. Oh yeah, it says on the scale.
Yeah. Right. It's really, I think that play was really good from the Batrider, where he TP'd in early enough before the Arc Warden got there. Because the classic move, if you look at the tier 1 tower quickly, is setting up these spirits behind the tower to capture anyone TPing to do that damage. So he TPs early, plays to the left-hand side, and then you just get that really aggressive TP from Void Spirit, gets the free kill on Arc Warden. It's a really good just play right now coming from aggressive mode. Moving the Troll bottom, going top, but Batrider getting picked off. You're a support at this point. Life is whatever, happens. Arena's now on cooldown, and TSA in the mid lane is currently getting battered and bruised by multiple heroes.
It's looking pretty painful. Tiny reduced to rubble as Sunlight will be able to bring him down along with his 2 teammates on aggressive mode here. So, yeah, a lot of movements being made here and a lot of gold being found. I mean, the one thing which is Skylark is quite far behind, but actually not as far behind as the Mars, which is interesting. But the Mars did not have a good time versus Troll Warlord in the top lane, so DK Focus feeling the burn right now.
A little bit of burn, yeah. His inventory is a little bit underwhelming, that's for sure. But, no, I think aggressive mode moving really well around the map right now, trying to close out this jungle. You don't have
finished up. Oh, DK, no.
Yes.
Oh, he got too close. He got too close to the fire, and he got burnt.
Like, the fact that they used Arena to kill the Batrider top, he's just chuckling right now. And this is what I mean. Once you take this bottom tier 1 tower, this mid tier 1 tower, you got a little bit of aggressive vision. Look at where Radiant is right now. 13 minutes of the game. Look, they're all just together. You got Mars dead. They're all just having to hug each other.
Cowering. Yeah.
Yeah, just holding their hands, singing Kumbaya and whatnot. And look now, if you look at the alternate, look at Dire. You've got an entire map spread right now. Pretty greedy because obviously Thug just showed on bot wave, and you got the Force Spirit showing top lane. But overall, in terms of concept, it's take these early towers, take control of the jungle, and then you get a very small window of just having a more control of the map, and you see it as the net worth slowly trickles towards Dire.
Yeah, they are finding the efficiency now. Spartan, though, he's seen and trying to go for this one. They toss forward the man with a stun. Unfortunately, the toss back from the Rubik will not really be enough to keep him alive here. He does try to go for the swap. It's cheeky, but it's not enough. They still have the right clicks. They still have the damage, and they will take down Spartan and defend their outpost.
Like A for effort and whatnot.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's a support. He just wasted 3 heroes' time for a bit, and as we said, you know, they're being greedy by being this split up. That is the consequence, that you will lose heroes every now and again, but they're farming very, very nicely on the side of aggressive mode, so definitely not too sad about this one. But now if we have some trouble onto the Void Spirit, this will be completely different. They do combo him up nicely, but it's not quite enough. Can he get away? He doesn't get up the cliff. Another jump is available, then with the Astral Steps, he gets himself to safety. Meanwhile, Velhort coming in around the side. He's being surged up by his teammate. Doesn't have any more catch than this, though. And the Surge Batrider's not going to find anything for now. And actually, with 4 heroes coming on, then Velhort might be in a bit of bother right now. They're going to throw down the arena. They throw down the spear. They've got the damage. And Velhort will get rinsed as well.
Wait, how's that allowed? How's a Night Stalker in Ultimate not get pinned to a wall, but a Batrider flying gets pinned to the wall?
Yeah. I swear he can go in and out of it, though. Maybe it's just the spear. Buyback on Velhort?
No arena's a big part of their team fight down, so they're going to look for the fight.
I mean, they'll find TSA, but this is a buyback for TSA right now, and, you know, Tiny, he's pretty cool with this. He's like, all right, well, fine.
Look at Spartan, he's like,
still buying so much space. Sunlight will come in and sneaky that one. Spartan, yeah, he's still chasing down here, and they're going to try and turn this one, but they got the lasso out onto the Razor. Didn't get off the tag link onto anybody, but he does have the Eels with the split. Yeah, exactly. The swap doing a huge amount of work to mess up that grab there from the Look at Mars. He's just sitting there. Unfortunately, he cannot get the Bulwark to help him out enough. Meanwhile, Kick being chased onto the high ground, and they get themselves another kill. So the buyback from Batrider definitely heads up, definitely worth it, as they managed to find themselves 3 pickoffs from this. Aggressive mode, you know, they're living up to their name here.
They're playing around the idea that their Troll is their single core, because Void Spirit's kind of going for like a utility build, so they are all in on Troll being their kind of winning factor, and they need to throw themselves in front. Like, they need to... Batrider has to maybe die a couple times, needs to tank an arena, needs to tank a key spell. If Razor at any point in the game wastes static link because some Batrider's chasing him down or some Void Spirits on him, then Troll's got a free game to play. The whole idea of Razor v Troll is, if you link Troll, Troll does nothing. If you waste link, Troll's a normal hero, game's perfectly fine. So this is why you see aggressive mode. They're playing off their buybacks. They're playing off of the idea that if they can get onto the Razor, make him panic, make him think that he has to do something special to survive, then Troll has this free pass to just run into the fight and be the Troll that we kind of know and love, because he's a pretty fun hero to watch, and he roots you when you don't want to be rooted.
Are you rooting for Troll?
I'm rooting for a toot. I should never do what that. Hold on, I'm going to Google that before I Rooting for it. Rooting,
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah,
Alright, I thought that was something like edgy. Alright, now we're in the clear.
What does it mean?
What?
Just mean you're itching for a drink or rooting for a tootin'?
Give me a sec. What? We've really gone off the wagon here. Urban Dictionary. A positive experience.
Okay, fine.
Possibly
Very
related to
vague.
eating baked beans at a campfire. That was a rootin' tootin' good time we had last night. So yeah, it's probably sexual at this point. I'm not gonna lie.
Sunlight, he's found himself a man named Mars, and DK Focus going for the TP out here. They find the root.
Oh.
He doesn't, and the spear either from Spartan isn't there in time.
He weren't rooting for a tootin', you know. He didn't have it. He didn't have them vibes
toot,
going.
and he did not root. Meanwhile, Winstrike
damn it.
looking for a bit of revenge here, maybe in the middle lane. They're set
look
up
at the
pretty
vision.
nicely, but yeah, they've got this observer on the high
defensive.
ground. They are very ready for this one, aggressive mode. They're running forwards. They don't
Jeez,
surge up.
Sunlight, calm down, buddy.
He's amped. He's ready to roll. And here we go. Surge out onto the Batrider. He's looking for someone. He knows he needs to catch the Venge because otherwise there's going to be a swap coming out. And now, well, actually the swap
Wait,
comes
what?
out onto
Ooh.
TS. Okay. Kicked is like, I'm going to sacrifice myself to the gods for this one. But actually with DK Focus coming in, they might be able to bring down the Ruby. They certainly will, but a wall comes out from Skylark in response to it. Doesn't matter. Spartan is already dead, and it looks like Skylark might be heading the same way as well. He's not got a way out of this one, so it's two heroes taken down immediately by Winstrike, and I'm not too sure what that kind of bait was there from the Venge, but fuck, it worked. It worked.
The issue there was aggressive mode. They're moving from a position in which they have vision and they have tower, like the aura armor, for example, and then they're moving across the river into area where they have no vision at all.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they make that initial jump, because Darkseer Batrider
Nighttime
surge,
as well. Yeah.
nighttime as well, the Batrider is so far in front, the troll's not even there. So even if you do connect onto someone, you're not going to get any more damage out because you've got a surged Batrider flying ahead. Like, I like the idea of trying to be in their face, but you have to still respect the idea that you need to move as a unit. If you ever offset that as one hero by themselves, that's when you'll get picked off and lose objectives. The best thing though for aggressive mode was simply they didn't actually lose their tower from this. Even though the fight was in the mid lane, very close to this mid tier 1 tower, Radiant weren't able to actually get across the river and take this objective.
But look at this
Batrider.
troll warlord though. Oh,
Batrider,
We'll look at the
nobody.
Batrider instead.
Just have a quick look at him.
Yeah. Ooh, thank you very much, Spear. All right, Kick presses the Control Z button, but they've got the lasso out, and they're actually bringing down the Razor pretty quickly. All right, return kill has happened, and Sunlight with a haste rune along with Skylark here. He's going to Astral Step through two heroes. They've got the vacuum to keep him up on the high ground. Looks like Kick might be heading the same way as well. As Slug makes his way over, he's the man with the damage with the axe and with the pow. And now they look towards the Mars as well, and DK Focus, no escape ability, so he's just going to get munched up as a second hero here. They go for a gank onto the bat, but unfortunately end up losing 3 in response. Sunlight even looking for more, but finds himself a bounty instead. But hello, Mr. Roshan. This is going to be pretty damn nice.
So it's now a free Roshan, and I think, like, alright guys, for everyone listening, outposts, these are the one thing you do not care about in the game, okay guys? Like, alright, sorry, let me be clear here. They are crucial to own them, but if you are not set up to actually go correctly towards them, i.e. you have vision, you know where they are, etc., do not try and risk going for it, unless you're like a position 5 and you can probably die without anything. The amount of times I've seen 1 hero, 2 heroes contest for an outpost and then the entire team swarms in and just dies. Like, calm down, lads.
Meanwhile, they found more, and this one, Chikira's going to be the target. The toss-up with the vacuum as well. They're going to be able to grab him easily. And now they look towards the Tiny as well. TSA in some trouble. I think that vacuum actually interrupted Tiny's toss away, which is pretty sick. And TSA is going to pay the price. Kicked as well. He is gone. Aggressive mode just picking up kill after kill. They are looking pretty unstoppable.
Yeah, honestly, the way that they played this early game, even though it looked bad, it was, in theory, it was exactly what they needed to do. They never gave enough kills to make it look bad. I understand that the dives they're doing were really capper. Execution-wise, they could have improved and actually got these kills rather than dying, but in terms of the theory, the Dota theory, it was always enabling the troll, and I really like these moves. So, yeah, props to aggressive mode so far. Let's see if they can actually keep making the right plays and not throw it.
Spartan going in so deep there as well. Goodness me. Well, they've taken the top tower, the mid tower, the tier 3. They've breached the high ground. Doesn't mean as much as it used to, but still gonna feel pretty good. Although Tiny's gonna come forward onto Spartan here, and Spartan gets his TP cancelled. He's out of mana as well, so this should be an easy kill. But will the revenge come in? It looks like it is, as they're just jumping straight on top of them, throwing forward here. Jiggerau is getting off a decent amount of damage on the side here as they're able to bring down Kicked, but unfortunately he just doesn't do much. And once again, DK Focus on the backlines. He is just not tanky enough to survive the onslaught from aggressive mode, and they're gonna find themselves another 3 kills. As always seems to be the case, 3 for 1, 3 for 1, and now they're on the high ground, and they're going to finish off these barracks, which they revealed earlier on, and they're even picking out that tier 2 at the bottom lane, looking to keep up this aggression, keep up this pace. They know exactly what they want to do.
Luckily, the tier 2, like the outer towers right now, will keep Winstrike in a healthy position here. Sure, you lost your mid-racks. That's horrendous, but I think the main concern right now for Winstrike is, like, your Mars only has a hood. Your Razor doesn't even have the BKB yet. Trying to get it, last component needed. Like, you need so many more items right now to fight them, because this troll is at 14,000 net worth. He's like 6,000 ahead of your Warden, of your Razor. So it's so hard to shut this guy down. And when you have an Aegis as well, he doesn't care if you do even get that link on him. He's going to play so aggressive. And this is, yeah, clinical execution from the post laning phase from aggressive mode. And I said it yesterday as well. These guys, I think these are in this tournament. These are one of the best teams for post laning phase aggression, as they also get picked off top. I apologize, Spartan, for cursing you, but yeah, just the idea that after laning phase, that first 10 to 15 minute window, these lads are baller.
Yeah, they play quick, they play hard. Play fast, eat.
Nice try, mate. But look at the Mars item as well. He's trying to go for a Blink Dagger. I understand that they might want to try and find a way of initiating, but we've already seen that aggressive mode, they're the ones that run at you. In this type of game, you need to be tanky. Just beef up. Just try and survive their jump, and then you're going to be able to kill them. I think if he goes Blink, he's going to be so fragile. He'll jump in and then be like, oh god, why am I here? Oh no.
Well, all things considered, even though the scoreline is 20-20, but those kills in the laning phase simply did not matter. And now with the 8k gold advantage for aggressive mode, still holding on to this Aegis, and even a full Satanic completed with the S&Y on the Troll Warlord. My god, this man is sitting on, what's his status resistance? 44%.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you seen Rubik Titans?
Oh, interesting. The classic Rubik Boots of Travel Rush.
Yeah.
This man wants to buy back.
Yeah, I think so. Pretty much. That's it. He's enabling his buyback. And to be, I'm not in any way applying reason to this, because it's not a reliant. In his mind, he's already won the game, right? So he's just buying any items. But all right, he gets netted in the bot lane. Batrider probably going down as well. Actually, yep. See you, buddy.
Yeah, not looking good for Velhor.
But yeah, it's just the idea that they want to play off their supports dying. They want to play off the fact that they're going to be throwing in numbers, and I can respect the idea. He did buy back, use it to get back into the fight, but yeah. Oh.
All right, BKB completes on the Razor. Do we have ourselves a timing? Do we have ourselves a bit of hope here for... oh, God.
Did he just... Oh, he just pressed it! No! Oh. F. Spam F, please. Oh, God, Razor. I'm sorry, buddy. Why are we saying sorry? It's his own mechanical fault.
Yeah, that's on him.
Shame. Oh, it's fine. It's only 1 second, right? 10-9. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, thankfully, there wasn't any more pressure put on from aggressive mode at that point. They didn't see it, so yeah, whatever, I guess. But still, yeah.
I like the fact that this troll, he's identified his.
All right, here he is.
He's just chilling, you know. But I like, if you look at the troll's items now, it's like he's like, all right, cool. This Razor at no point in this game has actually threatened me, so he's not going to even try and itemize against it. Normally, you see trolls against Razor go, okay, maybe I need to go for Lincolns or something else to give me that edge to get away from him. And no, this game, just normal items, because his team's doing such a good job at being that meat shield.
Yeah, I feel like the Sanjin Yashu a little bit. Oh, they might have found him. He doesn't have that BKB for another 2 seconds. Now the lasso coming out onto him. Razor is going to get brought down. I'm not sure if it would have made a difference, but
even if he had the BKB there, he would still be wasting it, right?
Yeah, he'd still be dead, I think. Or even if he gets away, it's still not a big deal. So
positionally, he would still not have the BKB, even if he survives the next fight. The main thing that we can see here is maybe trying to delay it, but Thug doesn't care. He can position himself anywhere right now.
See you later, tower. Does not last long, and now Thug immediately go forwards, finds the Vengeful Spirit, just unleashes onto her. She does have that buyback, might need to use it. Meanwhile, the Readers come down, but they don't even care. They're fighting straight up into him, or maybe they go a little bit. Velor's getting low, as is Skylark trying to run away, trying to run his way around this arena, but he's going to get dropped as well. The Mars ulti does keep him still, grab themselves a couple of clean kills on the side of Winstrike, and now they're looking for more. TSA jumping forwards. He is going to toss into the creep wave there, not finding the toss back, unfortunately. And, well, looks like it's going to be a clean getaway here. I don't see what more catch they have. I mean, they've got another blink on Tiny in 2 seconds. A narrow getaway here. The Sunlight continues running. He's going to have an Astral Step in 7 seconds. He's got the Dissimulate if he wants to make his way past a cliff. Yeah, they don't get anything more from this Winstrike. They get a decent amount, but that's it.
Oh god, this game is woo. It's interesting. I think when we look at this high ground siege, the difference is the last time aggressive mode went high ground, it was due to a fight outside of base. As they take another fight outside of base.
This is so aggressive, but yeah, they are going to find themselves one and make it to Azamaz getting chopped in. He's got no BKB, he does have a spear, but I mean, he's just waiting for the sweet release of death at this stage. Thug gets himself the double, and that is going to be just, again, Winstrike, they seem to be just prancing down lanes. They're not looking at cooldowns, they're not looking at death timers, they're not really thinking about much. It feels like there's no leadership in this team is what I'm feeling right now.
But the important thing I was mentioning was aggressive mode, they take high ground with fights outside of base. When you can open up the map, take the fights with your mobility, utilizing the surge on the Batrider, running around, 3 fights to win. When you take that fight in the base, super hard. So you see here, fight out of base, easy. Fight in base, not so easy. Can you take racks now? Probably.
They might find themselves a clone, or the TSA does come in and try and disrupt this as much as he can, but Thug will still be getting that gold from the clone, and now with the lasso coming out onto the Arc Warden, he's in some trouble. Where's the team? Where's anybody coming to save him? There's just nobody here because they're all dying. Young G and Chicky Rao and TSA all going down one after the other. Buyback will come in from the Tiny. They're trying to make something happen here with this arena, but what can you do? Arc Warden is back, and he is just going to just go down straight away, and that's your GG. Chikirao will call it, and the game... What the hell? The game will go. Yeah, Spawn's playing. And Thug, he's just munching through heroes at this stage. It's a clean win from aggressive mode here. An interesting laning phase, some very nice theory crafting. They're playing the game to a very high standard here, and that puts Winstrike down.
Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway that you can get from this game is even if your draft is solid, where you have answers to your opponent, you've got a nice clean way of taking team fights, you've got ways to push out lane, it doesn't really matter if the team that you're playing against is able to identify their weaknesses and really pressure you. If they can force heroes to certain parts of the map, really limit the amount of farm that you can kind of take out of your own side due to you having to rotate into the Rubik, the Starks, the Batrider running at you non-stop, then you can just indirectly enable one of the weakest heroes on your team. And yeah, aggressive mode, this troll, we said at the game, like, on paper, it shouldn't have a good game. You're playing against Arc Ward and you're playing against Razor, it's going to be difficult. But when you enable it so heavily and you get to such an early timing, you play around an Aegis and you can utilize your Rubik and your Batrider tanking spells, using their buyback so well, then I think, yeah, it doesn't matter what you draft. If you aren't able to execute, then teams like aggressive mode, they're going to pick you apart and they're just going to win no matter what they got.
Absolutely, yeah. And that is going to be, by the way, Thug having double the net worth of Chicky Rao on the Arc Warden. I mean,
he wasn't touched the entire game. He just played creep hitting simulator, and then 11 of those creeps were also radiant heroes, but in his eyes, they're just bigger creeps.
These are interesting looking creeps. Oh, they give me much more gold as well. Sweet.
Ooh, wait.
Oh, look at Ancient. I'm just going to destroy that thing real quick. Yeah, aggressive mode strolling their way to a pretty clean, decisive first victory. Winstrike, they're going to need to pull out a lot more than this in game number 2 if they want to stand a chance in taking this best of 3 away from aggressive mode. But currently the series stands at 0-1. My name's Nomad, he's been TeaGuvnor, and we're going to play over to a short break, and then we're going to be back with game number 2 of Winstrike versus aggressive mode here in the Parimatch League Season 2.